for. And this is the thing. I wasn't supposed to be at work, but we were like, no, we can't not do the interview this week, next week. So let's do it this week by fire, by force. And I was like, no, if I go to work, I know Prophet will pray for me and divine healing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to healing here in Prophet.
Flu ID healing. Flu no doubt to my periods. When you can have a lemon and was on. But flu I do na material. Atina material. All right, so we got Oscar Pambuka in the studio, and we're gonna take a short break. When we come back, we're gonna hit you with a jam from Oscar Pambuka and Kina. So don't go anywhere. We're also live on Facebook, Power FM Zimbabwe. Do bear with my voice, but we're gonna keep it as interesting as possible as we talk to the good prophet.
It ain't a party unless you've got power.
Any day this life go flash before your eyes. And a girl like you, I see my own design. Bad vibes, are you gonna be my one? Yeah, come through and pass by. Fine girl. Make you stay far away. Make you stay far away. Just give me love for the night, girl, waste no time.
Power.
Meanwhile, why you say equation out of 3 to split for so I say big up for this. Big up tennis, me, it was a Chamvary, big up Pambuka. I'm going to do this for bonus, but I'm not no pira. Sitting on my Kungamura, no dira. And I got a name, it's what's Kungambira. Saka on your wine, Papa, no imba. And they got it, the man, no. I see, Negula Baba. Mutila Yaguda, oh no, no Sakapado, Chema, Jobira, Guna Baba. Shokotino sora sabafuta andaigara kuchema sechuza kani kumane ukatipa unochuta sabutuka uzere mkuwa Nikama shokotino sora sabafuta andaigara kuchema sechuza kani kumane ukatipa unochuta sabutuka uzere mkuwa Siringo machimira jizirove Inawasi abakasiba kugendo Ningabale kukushe abakole Kusimna tona mwari hakipoe Nechipo changu wamwe vano bata dungu Vano tota ika semfura mushinguguma Atipere tinenge tine lutu Intwa kusplipa wa mixana waku Nikama shokotino sora samafuta Andaigara kuchema sechuza Kani ukumane ukatipa unochuta Sabutuka uzere mkuwa Nikama shokotino sora samafuta Andaigara kuchema sechuza Kani ukumane ukatipa unochuta Sabutuka uzere mkuwa Popopo naspane and I got a name is what's Kundembira. Saka on your right, Papa no imba. And they got it, Chema, no. I see, Negula Baba. Mutila Yaguda Demba, oh no. The Sakapado Chema, Jobira Guna Baba. Nikama Shokotino, Sora Sabafuta. And I got a Kuchema Sechusa. Then you come and Ukatipa, no Chuta. Sabutuka, Uzere, Mukua. Nikama Shokotino, Sora Sabafuta. And I got a Kuchema Sechusa. Then you come and Ukatipa, no Chuta. Sabutuka, Uzere, Mukua. Siringo Machimira Jizirove. Inawasi Abakasiba Kugendo. Ningabale Kukushe Abakole. Kuzinda Tona Mari Hakipoe. Nechipo changu wamwe vano bata dungu Vano tota ika semfura mushinguguma Atipere tinenge tine lutu Intwa kusplipa wa mixana waku Nikama shokotino sora samafuta Andaigara kuchema sechuza Kani ukumane ukatipa unochuta Sabutuka uzere mkuwa Nikama shokotino sora samafuta Andaigara kuchema sechuza
29 minutes past 1 o'clock, and welcome to Center Stage right here on Power FM Zimbabwe. We're currently broadcasting live even on, on Twitter, on actually Facebook, right? Yes, we're broadcasting live on Facebook, so you can get to check out our interview with the good prophet, that is Oscar Pambuka, as we get to talk about it all. We're talking about the music, we want to talk about how he ended up getting to be a prophet. All right. All right, so we seem to be having a technical glitch in the studio. There we go. All right, so we got the good prophet in the studio. We like to call him prophet now. But we have Oscar Pambuka in the studio. We're streaming live on Facebook. And you can also catch us on www.powerfm.co.zw. On DSTV, we're streaming audio bouquet 893. And Prophet, good afternoon.
Afternoon once again, Chamvary.
Oh, why did you get
You're full of power.
I'm
You're full of life.
Even without the voice.
I was listening to you yesterday. It's so sweet, but it's a rungo daga, ruda tea.
Ruda tea.
Hot tea.
Mati anzi flu, I do na mati. So if virus no go tenderera which is ngopfuro zvaye.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. So let's talk about Oscar Pambuka. We want to get the history, the historical background behind Oscar Pambuka before we deal with everything else. Tell us about yourself.
All right, in a nutshell, I'll say, okay, Oscar was born on the 6th of December after independence. Did journalism as a course. Started working for the Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation in 2002 until 2018.
Okay. And you say you did journalism as a course. But in high school, what were you like? What were you doing? What were you interested in high school? I
was very good. I was the best in English. Whether spoken, I went to Osso's mission, Kwamtogoko. So I was in the drama club. I was also the school's DJ. I was also a class monitor. I was also a prefect. So the leadership qualities were bestowed upon me
and
from a very tender age. And the public
speaking as well, because you did theater, you also did drama and so forth. Okay, and then when you joined the Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation, what was your intention? What was your vision? What was your goal when you joined?
I wanted to anchor news. You know what? I used to see the likes of Colin Harvey and a Superman 10 when I was still going to high school. So I just wanted to be like them. And that very much pushed me to do journalism, Chamvary. So when I did journalism, then I was attached to the Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation. So when I was attached to the Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation, I guess we news department. That is where I met the likes of the late Mr. Neganje and Heli Mulangeni. And so these are the guys who nurtured us. And Jonathan Marero, I remember newsroom. And Wakati Batsira, Wakatita Pano Beat and Robson Mandu. Then we were given an opportunity to be on news.
And do you remember your first time on news?
Yes, it was on the 23rd of August. 2002.
And which news were you doing? Which news?
I was doing the graveyard shift. Remember when Power FM Pamakati Pipe going to 24 hours back?
And you did that for how long?
For about 3 years.
For about 3 years. All right. Now, Oscar, do you remember when you started doing primetime news?
Primetime news was in 2005.
In 2005.
Yes.
And this is where we started to hear Meanwhile.
And you know what, Chamvary, but it's because I started anchoring news at a tender age of 16. Wait, so
you joined ZBC when you were how old?
And the for college. Where is it?
But what was 16 guys?
16, yeah. 16
but you should have been in high school.
Yes, when I was going to school, I used to come here on part-time.
Okay.
And I was given the opportunity.
Oh, okay.
Just imagine.
Now we get it. All right, so this passion started while you were still in high school.
Yes.
Okay. And then you started doing primetime news. Saka, meanwhile, what was the flair that you brought to your style of reading news that made you noticeable to the public?
With all due respect, and you know that we had a certain style of reading news. The news read by Ningi. In the pattern guy.
Andi Fari.
In Kwandira Inditiri. Regandita say same news, but let me grab someone's attention. Meanwhile.
Emphasize points are ukadauchanga to the head of state and government. You want to get everybody's attention. Okay.
Put it the midday news. What is he? Read by Oscar Pambuka. My way.
I'm too sick for this. No, not today. All right, so this is what you did.
Yes.
And how did the bosses feel? Because like you said, we had a certain style of reading the news back in the day. So how did the bosses feel?
No, I respect the bosses because a standard operating procedure.
Okay. But they allow you to be free and creative.
Papaya.
Okay.
But it was a tough time to settle on that creativity. Yeah.
So how did you get to convince them that this is what works? Is it you or is it the
I think
public?
Vakupanze manje. Vakumba. Amena ruverenga news uyo. Anongoti meanwhile. Anonyasota asingati during, anoti during.
Why did
asingati produce, anoti produce.
Okay, why did you emphasize your D's instead of putting a J?
because this is the English language, isn't it?
Yes.
So when you enunciate your vowels, you should do it correctly.
Semuna aigona English so unyatsoziva kuti ndo maitirwa zvinofana kuitwa.
Kuti please, panoti please. Anoiziya.
Okay. Kwete kuti onso, panoti also. Azvibudi.
Vangani vaunonzwa chidaro.
Aiwa tiri pabatizo.
Against. Uruwanzwa vanhu vakadaro. It's against.
Right. So this was your journey. You started in 2002 up and that's 16 years.
Yeah, 16 years.
2018.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the highs. What were some of your highs?
The highs included, doing live events like Kuviga Magamba, kuita parliament presentations, presenting the budgets. I think I did almost everything which is under current affairs. So I thank God for that. Okay. And I thank the news department for that, for giving Oscar an opportunity.
And now, Oscar, you're going to meet, you are still very young, like you said.
I was like you said, can't you see?
Okay. And then you're getting to meet high profile in the citizens. You're getting to meet high profile business people, politicians. How did you feel, you a youngster, getting to sit with these greats and yet starting Madara, the veteran journalists, the veteran broadcasters, ndova inzvanenda, but Oscar Nduwaku Shetsgons, una interview a president, vice president, speaker of parliament, visiting dignitary, but Nduwa YP were that role.
You know what? When I used to read the word, the Sangana name is statement,
the word being the Bible?
Yes.
Okay.
You shall wine and dine with the rulers and authorities of this world.
Oh, wow.
Those are the
and that is...
exactly so.
Did that change your temperament? Did that change your humility, unwako, as in urukuram soro, or you remained humble?
Okay, personally, in the non-gendiri humble. Asi kuna mwana ngachiti nokuti anotaurisaka adakuonerero.
Okay.
Saka indonongeni, I'm a very humble guy, very nice,
down
soft, down. You not to Chamvary. Not to
All right, let's talk about the lows. Some of the lows that you experienced during your career.
To be misjudged. Okay, especially when in Zimbabwe, when you're handling news, you tend to be associated with certain political parties. So and
I'm a broadcaster. I'm a journalist.
I'm just broadcasting the news.
Okay. So don't affiliate me. Okay. And now, when you look at how journalism was when you started, the training you received when you were a journalist, when you were going through the paces, and do you feel like journalism is still being taken as seriously as it was back in the day? Because for you to get to read prime time, it took you 3 years.
Thank you very much. I truly salute, shall I give names? The likes of Mr. Neganji, Anna Heli Mulangeni, the guys, Anna Jonathan Mariro. I'm talking about ZBC Broadcasting. You would not go and anchor news just like that. I'm anchoring news. No. You used to start from radio. Now look at the anchors on TV we have today. Well,
I wouldn't say that though, because they go through a rigorous training, and it's there. Yeah, it's there. They go through training. Yeah, but at the same time, I'm also looking at journalism, because you get a lot of journalists that will print news and then mangwana kuzoga retractor.
What is sorry?
Sorry. But wakuti sorry say, but you want your yako. So that's what I'm asking you, Kuti. Is it the same thing?
It's not the same thing
back in the day.
I think the advent of the social media now has actually polluted traditional media, because traditional media this is called the paramount requisite information with particular to that course. But now journalist DJ. You see what I'm saying? So I believe the only journalists you see are those ones who are trained.
Okay.
Journalists are born, but you need to pass through a training institution.
Just like footballers?
Yes.
Okay.
You need to pass through an academy.
All right.
Okay.
All right, 498-652 and 498-654 0712-831-172. That's our WhatsApp number. Oscar, besides Meanwhile, what also made you popular? According to Oscar Pambuka, what made him popular in Zimbabwe?
I think I'm a straightforward person. As evidence on Melting Pot, ZBC's Melting Pot. If you used to watch that program, you would know, this guy is very straight to the point.
Did you ever go off script? No, the
producers were very
liberal.
Yes, that's the right term. The producers who current affairs are very liberal and very creative as well.
And during your journey, you started taking an interest in Zim dancehall music.
Yeah.
You did something back in, I think if I'm not mistaken, 2010. That's when we first got a song from Oscar Pambuka. And after you did that song, you wakamvo wasiana nazo. Or how did we get inclined and our feet into dancehall music?
Okay, let me just rewind a little bit. You know the days of Major E? I used to go to those dancehall clashes, Anna Stereo 1 and a Silverstone, when I was too young. I used to play with Etherton Bini at a certain club in town when I was young. So they know me. With the dancehall movement, I know Tangira Babu. I got Tangira Kudara. Ana Jackie B, zvese zvana Silverstone zvese tantiripo tichita clashes iwawo.
So you've got experience.
I've got experience.
There with the
People
culture
don't know.
and the history. You understand it.
I understand it.
Okay, so you've got a good relationship with Chill Spot. When they then came out to say we started dancehall, you didn't comment much on that. Why not?
Okay.
But you had the history as well, because you're saying to Wana Silverstone, so you had the history. How come you didn't comment on that?
Maybe he was speaking from his own perspective. So, unokomseka
but even my elder Oscar, even in journalism,
Chill Spot has done a lot.
Okay.
In as far as promoting Zim dancehall. Asukuti the pioneers. I pioneers.
Okay. That's why you didn't feel there was a need for you to comment.
I thought it was not necessary for me to comment. Yeah.
All right. So you've got your history. You've been there. Uchi experience as Then what pushed you to decide to start releasing music?
Right. Zim dancehall, especially in Zimbabwe, it's looked down upon. Even if you look at the paper headlines, the DJs in some stations, you hear the way they portray Zim dancehall, an antisocial type of movement, which is not. It's a godly movement. Why do I say godly? Because God gives us the talents to sing. There are producers in the music. There are a lot of people involved in that genre. So I saw this sector, a lot of people, they are not understanding the genre. So I can communicate fully and effectively to the masses what exactly goes on in this genre. It's a culture, not a very wrong culture, a very powerful culture which has created thousands of artistic gifted people in Zimbabwe. You see what I'm saying?
All right. So you decided, I've got something that I want to change in the industry. How long have you been there in the Zim dancehall industry?
Since inception.
Since inception. I mean, okay, but for you releasing music and
7 years.
Active Yako. All right, so in the 7 years, Oscar Pambuka, what have you achieved with your involvement in Zim dancehall? But
Akamira for 3 years. Then
was it not 2 years, Akamira?
Yeah, it was 3 years.
Okay.
After Phineas Mushai, we truly congratulate him.
Because he made you a patron of the awards.
Yes. Okay. That's why I'm saluting him. Because he came up with the idea, not Oscar Pambuka.
Okay.
It was Mr. Phineas Mushai.
Okay.
I've had Oscar Pambuka, can you be the patron of the Zim dancehall? Ever since then, a lot of changes have happened. Now a lot of unnoticed heroes in Zim dancehall. Tuko gadzira ma video, tuko record mahara. Tesingade kuzviridzira ngoma asi mazim dancehall attestation vachataurawo nezvimwe zvikamu zvine zvangosiyana siyana kuti Oscar anobatsira.
Okay, but then what happened with the Zim dancehall awards? Chicha, what went wrong? Because I know 2017 was very difficult. They were postponed, and then iwo wainzi wakazvinominata ma awards ako futa uri kusponsor iwayo. Like what was all this mess that was going on?
You mustn't believe the scribes, journalists, the papers. Papers are not the Bible.
Which is why you are here, because throughout you
always clear
the air. What happened?
There was never confusion in the Zim dancehall awards. In Zim dancehall, there are a lot of people who believe that they can do the awards. Okay. So I just did mine and I left. Ever since I left,
what was your contract? Your contract at Oscar awards for how many years?
My patronship was for 5 years. I was a patron for 5 years.
Okay, but you only took over for 2017.
Because I was creating. There was a rift happening in Zim dance. Camps. We are not here to divide people. We are there to unite people. Not Oscar. We as a family, we need to really sit down. Because there's a lot of rivalry in Mangoma, which is not good.
But isn't competition healthy?
Competition is good. Quite a hatred. Yeah.
Oh, there's hatred instead of competition. Okay.
Oh
yeah, that one
yes,
is.
We shall be identifying and
All right, Saka, the Zim Dancehall Awards. Nakunyatsozobuda zvati tichida kurongera handiti.
Ayo akabuda.
Akabuda.
Akatoitwa kwakazara.
Kwakatozara.
Takapa maodzi awo. You see what I'm saying?
Saka makabva mazviregera then.
Chamvary, there are so many stakeholders in Zim Dancehall. Oscar played his part. Phineas played his part.
Okay.
And umwe.
Okay.
Whether it's Etherton Adamboito, whether it's Templeman Adamboito, yes, that's good.
All right. And Oscar, while we're talking about Zim Dancehall, do you believe okay, let's talk about Kina before I ask my next question.
Yes.
You identified Kina and you decided you want to work closely with him. You've released a lot of songs with Kina. Why only Kina and not other people?
I've done a lot of songs, not only with Kina. Because the Tantaka release zvakawanda muchazvinzwa anasekala
and you want kuti zvibude here if you matendoka
because that's kuimba zvinhu zvemavampire. It's godly messages.
When you say zvemavampire, explain to me, what are you
saying?
Thank you.
You know, you've got a stereotype because pandati Zim Dancehall mati mimi hamchamira zvekuimba zvezim Dancehall. What's wrong with Zim Dancehall?
Okay,
if you answer me that,
there's nothing wrong with Zim Dancehall, but it's secular music. It's not gospel music.
Gospel music? What's gospel music?
Singing, preaching the word of God. I
can preach the word of God.
Okay.
Like that song you play underneath my voice.
Okay. Ukama. Yes.
There's nothing ungodly about that. It can
qualify as a gospel song.
You see what I'm saying?
All right, I understand now. Okay, so now you have got a lot of songs that you want to release. What else? Satatendooka. But ngoya mamchi release ama song kama muri ku PhD Ministries. Saka mamsan matendooka ere papo.
PhD Ministries, I'm still there.
Okay.
I'm a member of PhD Ministries.
Okay.
Prophet Magai, I respect him so much because wakandipa guidance, wisdom, and understanding. So I respect. So
when you told him I want to do Zim Dancehall, I want to keep pushing Zim Dancehall, what did he say to you?
Prophet always preaches, Pandaenda church, be fruitful and multiply.
So why are you multiplying and what are you multiplying?
I'm multiplying my God-given talents.
Okay,
yes.
You're just spreading your branches.
Yes,
okay, all right. So now you're also known as the reigning clapback king of Zimbabwe. You are the shade thrower. Unotuka. Unotuka prophet. No. Why muchituka vanu pa Instagram, nepa social media?
That's a very good question. And when that used to happen, the prophetic ministry was not there. It happened in February. It's like Chamvary right now. If you meet the Almighty Father, so 2 minutes ago I've seen you see what I'm saying?
Okay,
so people are wasting their time focusing on the soul and not the pole. You see what I'm saying? Paul part of Damascus, could actually uraya, but he had already converted. So people.
So you equate yourself to Saul and Paul.
I don't equate myself to them. I'm my own character.
No, but I'm just saying, like, your journey is also like your soul.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Not
all of us are sinners.
All of us are sinners.
All of us are sinners.
Which is why someone are on their deathbed. Akatende kuti mwari ndiregerere ovafa. Mwari atomita sei?
Atomuregerere. You see what I'm saying?
Whether kuti anza akazofa
ari
muhondi
chichichichi. Oscar aimboemba Zim Dancehall zvine basa rei. Oscar aimbomona aimboda iso zvine basa rei. 2 seconds ago, I received a mweya mutsvene atendoka. That's what I believe.
Okay, all right, I understand that, Oscar. But I also need to ask you. There's an incident that happened whereby you posted a photo. It's a collage of yourself. And zvikanzi nemunhu namambo humanikwa kushata. Iwo vamutukane wedzi asingagonotaura paredio. Muri broadcaster comrade munozviziva kuti hatitaure mawedzi akadaro.
Okay.
Makamutukire kudaro. Mamatendoka here ipapo kana mamusani matendoka.
Okay. You know what? It's never our mission to attack or demean anyone. But by social media, it's a fountain of vampires.
Okay.
Do you know why I say that? So
just because I'm scoring
yeah, because I'm scoring saka zvaninchida kutry kudzidzisa munhu bebe kuti unomboziva kuti zvinorwadza sei wakangozvitwa ndondadzosera so and ndo ndaona kuti azvishuwa zvamubata saka uchindituka wasikaona kuti zviri kundibatawo.
So it's not fair kuti vanhu vanotuka macelebrity mapersonality and expect you not to
hanzi iwo robot haufanira kutaura because unozikanwa haufanira kutaura no and I correct you with the exact language you're using.
Pachi vampire
ipapo.
Right, but then now you're a prophet. So do you feel like okay, when did you become a prophet?
Very recently. You know what? The prophet, everyone is a prophet.
Okay.
Especially those who teach or proclaim God's will. That's all. That's the definition of a prophet. Maybe I used to maprofeta aya anokutaura kuti makapfeka blouse rewhite here makapfeka blouse ndosaka vanhu vasuri vari kuvhunduka kuti chiko chimboitika
kuti azova
asi a prophet is anyone who proclaims God's will to his people.
So you are proclaiming God's will to his people. That's what qualifies you to be a prophet. Makapewa bepa here, makaza sei kuti ma prophet, maka anointwa here, chichakaitika.
That's a very good question.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'll answer this question like this. Unozema pastor FM Zimbabwe. Mwari ndiye akataura here kuti our pastor avo ndindakavasarudza.
And vanoenda kuchikoro ani mambotaura zvekuti you have to go through
anapo wakaenda kuchikoro.
Ayo, but hold on.
Paul wakaenda kuchikoro here.
Yes, pamwe akadzidziswa kana Mwari paakazonzi he is now Paul.
Akaenda
akanorayirwa.
Peter aitoraura. Unzwa here. Aitoraura Jesu vauya. Shamari, anonoraura vanhu.
Zvaitika in biblical times nezviri kuitika izvozvo zvinhu zvakasiyana.
Oh, that's where people make mistake. God is same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Musati 21st century takudai so. It's carnal. Those are carnal thoughts. Ndezvevanhu izvo. Asi Mwari haachinje. That's why if you read this word from Genesis to Revelation, apana chimwe chauchawedzera iwe neni. Zvirimo kudaremo.
According to Cambridge Dictionary, they say that a prophet is a person who is believed to have a special power that allows them to say what God wishes to tell people, especially about things that will happen in the future. Can you tell the future?
When God proclaims, yeah.
Have you had any epiphanies? Have you had any encounters with God since this happened?
We always talk to God through prayer.
Okay.
And he comes to us through dreams.
Okay.
Antara nenema dreams. He instructs me in so many ways. Like my ministry is to ensure that people go back to the foundation. What is the foundation of reading God's word? Period.
Is that what you're trying to educate people? That's your mission, to get people to understand the Bible?
Yes. Because tinenge tiri kuita zvinhu without following his manual. That's why there's a lot of confusion in the world. Panyaya dzepfuma, panyaya dzepi, because everything is written here.
Okay, and who's your spiritual father?
I don't have a spiritual father.
Why not? Because zvinonzi maprofeti vanawo kama spiritual fathers.
Inini, I don't have a spiritual father. I just believe in God. Yeah, he's my guide. He's my only father. I don't call anyone father except God. Will
we be calling you the God? Will we be referring to him as the God of prophet?
No. Don't ever do that.
Not in your ministry.
Not in my ministry. He's the God of Abraham. He's the Alpha, the Omega, the creator of the heavens and the earth.
All right.
Oscar,
what is your relationship like with Prophet Madungwe?
Prophet Madungwe is just one of those guys I used to interview in some episodes.
And people believe that you spent a lot of time with him, hence why you are now influenced to become a prophet.
It's a wrong thought.
Have you spoken to him since you became a prophet?
Yes.
And what did he say to you when you told him? When you heard the news?
The last time I spoke to him was about a month ago, and he was just saying that.
But you weren't a prophet a month ago. You said very recently.
Yeah, very recently. A month ago is very recent.
It can be recent. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I spoke to him. His ministry, he's doing what he's doing, and God is going to judge him for what he's doing. And God is also going to judge Oscar for what he's doing. And God is going to judge everyone for what they're doing.
Yeah, including me.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 498-652 and 498-654. Get in touch right now if you want to speak to Oscar Pambuka on the line. Please keep it clean. This is a family listening station. So we want to keep our comments and contributions as clean as possible. Okay. 498-652 and 498-654. Power FM. Hello?
Hello, it's Chamvary.
How are you?
Yeah, fine.
Torena Prophet Oscar.
Oscar.
Afternoon, Koma.
Zviri fambai.
Mushe muri kumbura here.
Chaizvo ndakakuzireti kwa prophet ukoko. Mataura mimi kuti hanzi zimudhanzi ndatendeuka. Saka kwanga muri ku PhD ministries masati matendeuka.
Pana ndiri ku PhD ministries. Ndichichingoriko.
Oh.
But mamsani matendeuka here.
Mwara hana matonge politics kuti kwandandiri kuningi uko. We are the body of Christ. We should learn that. All of us, manje takaita zvema segments kuti ndikuzayoja uibva kuti za politics. Ndo panoita mistake ipapo.
Tunenge kutendea nezvemafunga uyezve dauziva kuti calling here yaitika kwamuri. Kana kuti ndezvekumabhuku izvi.
Are you calling?
Oh. Tinotenda. Uyezve maitinakidza pamelting pot ipaipa maiti maakupedza chirongwa moti ndaenda.
Ndatenda hangu masikisa Chamvary. Aiwa zvinobatsira. God bless you.
All right, thank you so much.
Munotondiziva Mr. Alex Granger.
Uncle Alex, thank you so much. Yeah.
All right, Power FM, hello.
Hello.
Go ahead and speak to Oscar. What's your name and where are you calling from? All right, go ahead. Can you reduce the volume of your radio, please?
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Okay, we kindly ask that you turn down the volume of your radio so that we can all hear each other. Power FM, hello?
Hello, Magadi.
Tiripo, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Yolin Michenje. I'm calling from Cousin Building on Network.
All right, go ahead and speak to Oscar.
Also, sorry, I don't know kind of Mama Bunzo. I don't Bunzo, spiritual father in Indian.
Not spiritual father.
Oh.
Do you know my spiritual father inandi nangu.
So you don't have any future intentions of having one who mentors you?
Mentors now, that's a different word now. Okay. There are so many mentors, and Prophet Magai is one of my mentors.
Okay.
He's not my spiritual father, he's a mentor. Yes.
How many mentors do you have?
So many. I've got mentors in politics, mentors in business, mentors in all aspects.
Okay. So what is next? Because we've done music, we've done broadcasting, and we've done PR, we've done dancehall. What's next? Now we are a prophet. What's next for you?
Do you know politics?
You're free to do whatever you want as a Zimbabwean.
No. My dream is just to make sure I wish Zimbabwe could be united and happy.
Mm-hmm. That's what you want.
But I started happy.
All right. And I want to ask you about, on the personal side, you recently got divorced from your wife. And what's your relationship like?
Very cordial.
Very cordial, for the sake of the kids?
For the sake of us.
For the sake of you?
Yes, and the kids and everyone.
How did this divorce affect you emotionally, spiritually, mentally?
I think
No, but we're not bashing her. I'm just asking you internally, how did it affect you? Was it something you sat down and you're like, okay, this happened?
It's one of those trials and tribulations
that happened.
Because
And do you plan on getting married ever again?
No.
You're done?
Yes, I'm done.
Wow, okay. We're going to move on because I feel like this is a bit too heavy for you right now.
It's not heavy.
Okay, so why do you say you're done?
Because I don't know. I personally you want
Okay, so you've experienced it, the excitement here. Oh yeah, okay.
So,
but you said you have no intentions of ever getting married again. You could get married to her again. Okay, it's not
yeah.
All right, Power FM, hello. Hello. Yes. What's your name and where you from? What's your name and where you calling from?
And the Matara
okay. Power FM, hello.
Hello.
What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm calling from Bindure.
What's your name?
My name is Tusa.
All right, Tusa, go ahead and speak to Prophet Oscar.
Yes, Prophet Oscar.
Yes, my brother.
I'm glad you finally went on air to know a lot of questions about your ministry. I can't quickly judge and say perhaps you did not have an encounter with God, but if you had an encounter with God, I am glad people still come to terms on your ministry and to come to terms on understanding how God can really pick someone. But you've caught me when you gave an example of this guy Saul changed to Paul.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to think maybe it's the same thing that has happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be watching this space and we pray God will guide you in your ministry.
Thank you so much for your comment. Unfortunately, we have to cut him off. Oscar, you can respond to him after the news because a lot of calls are coming in. So we're going to continue this straight after the news. We won't go back in time, but we'll get straight into your phone calls and do it till around about 2:15 because this one is hot.
Like a boss, regular. Screen ya joy the boss. I'll be the regular. 6-inch nose display. I'll be the regular. Battery that you in it right out today. Only Kujite. You can buy Netic quality.
Get the new GTEL X7 Plus, engineered with a crystal clear 6-inch notch display, 2-day battery and powerful cameras. To order yours today, simply SMS or WhatsApp X7 to 073 200 1010. That's X7 to 073 200 1010 now. Havisi regular net GTEL X7 Plus. GTEL everywhere.